Clutching on for a third term, David Smith has survived a brush with political mortality, claiming the seat of Bean by a whisker. It's a result few had predicted prior to polling day.
We knew we had a challenge because it's not too often when you're in a four-way contest where you have to beat the other three combined.
There were grim prospects for the incumbent on election night, while the challenger was celebrating her arrival on the territory's political scene. The result unclear until some of the very last votes began to be counted.
She led on the polling day vote and on the pre-polls, but the absence and pre-poll declarations cast outside of the electorate have heavily favoured Labor.
Go Jessie!
Support still for the vanquished, ever firm in her belief about what's required of the next government.
Looking at the big structural reforms like tax reform, our community wants government to get in and tackle the big issues, not just skirt around the edges with sort of band-aid solutions.
I think the irony was, if you looked at the policy agenda of the independent candidate, it wasn't largely different from our policy agenda.
Labor may have held on in Bean, but at her first attempt, Jessie Price has brought the margin down to the closest ever for an ACT seat in the House of Representatives. And she hasn't ruled out another tilt in 3 years' time.
Look, I'll keep an ear out and see what the community wants, and then absolutely we will probably be here again in 3 years' time, yes.
The fact that she came so close is a sign of how badly the Liberal Party vote has collapsed in the ACT, but it's also a very strong performance for an independent in a seat Labor would normally consider it to be one of their safest.
Not so safe anymore. Patrick Bell, ABC News, Canberra.